Well, News 15 investigates what some homeowners in our region are describing as being stuck in hell. A Youngsville family has filed a class action lawsuit against D.R. Horton Homebuilders and Bell Mechanical. In this lawsuit, they claim their homes were constructed improperly, causing massive mold buildup and water damage. News 15 investigates is digging into why this happened and if these homeowners can get compensation. West and Alicia Dixon bought this brand new home in Youngsville in 2014. Several years later, the problems started to arise.
We started smelling the mold, I guess, about 3 or 4 years after. I kept getting sick with respiratory issues. But we had the house tested. No one found anything. And then friends of ours had mold in their house and asked if someone could come and inspect. And when they came, they told us that we had the third worst house in the neighborhood full of mold.
According to the Dixons, the faulty HVAC design and building envelope does not work here in South Louisiana with the high humidity, which has caused the mold and water damage.
When they built the house, they didn't create enough attic space. So our house is essentially acting like a vacuum and pulling the heat in, which is creating the moisture.
News 15 Investigates acquired this audio from a conversation back in 2021 between then D.R. Horton City Manager of Louisiana's West Division, Leslie Gullickson, and a disgruntled D.R. Horton homeowner here in Acadiana. She admits they knew certain building envelopes were not suited for South Louisiana's climate.
The code that was built was designed for drier climates. And we have issues along the Gulf Coast where we're very humid with this, the houses being built too tight, but we're building them to the way the federal government says to build them. The man who actually wrote the code did a seminar and said, with the AC people, he said, I never intended that to be the rules in the South.
The lead attorney in this class action lawsuit, Lance Unglesby, is representing families from Lake Charles to Slidell who bought these homes. He says new results just back from mold tests show these homes have elevated levels of mold that are harmful. And he says D.R. Horton has to be held accountable.
These guys are fraudsters. I mean, they need to be kicked out of Louisiana. Bell Mechanical is a Louisiana company. They need to be kicked out of Louisiana. These people need to be shut down. They can't do quality work. And not only can they not do quality work, they keep lying to all these homeowners, these hard-working, middle-class homeowners.
With the issues and the mold and stuff that we're having in here, the longer we have to stay, the longer this is drawn out, what kind of health effects are we going to have down the road that we're just unaware of?
Living in a home they say has suffered over $100,000 worth of damage, the Dixons feel trapped.
And we just can't afford to go anywhere else and pay 2 house notes, so you're kind of stuck in hell.
Now, I reached out to D.R. Horton's corporate office for a statement on this pending lawsuit. They have not responded. News 15 Investigates has also learned D.R. Horton is still building homes with the building envelopes here in South Louisiana that are having these issues. Right now, the Dixon versus D.R. Horton and Bell Mechanical class action lawsuit is headed back to state court at the end of this month. This is a positive for the Dixons and other South Louisiana D.R. Horton homeowners in this lawsuit. Another good sign for these Louisiana homeowners is the fact that a group of homeowners in South Carolina back in September won a $20 million class action lawsuit versus D.R. Horton.